Hey,
Hello.
how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I ended up,
Yeah.
I feel like I've been learning more about Blender recently, and it's not really meeting my goal of, like, I want to get the stuff from Blender into Godot so I could use it as a game, but you have to do a lot of, like, if when you do the import, you have to do a lot of tweaking with the lights and stuff. So I
Mhm.
ended up just making, I feel like I'm able to make some cool stuff in Blender, but it basically can't really get it to preserve the same look and get it into Godot. So that's sort of it's fun to work in Blender, but it's annoying that I want to make it like an interactive level that somebody can walk around. But I don't know if that's
Yeah.
like totally possible. I learned some stuff
Yeah. Do
about
you have I might
yeah,
sound a bit different today just because I have a bit of a cold, so I'm like a little bit congested.
right.
But
Yeah, I
just
haven't.
when you asked me when you asked me how I was doing, and I was like, I'm doing great. Like I was like, wait a minute, I'm sick. Like, so,
It's like that meme, like cartwheels. Am I not? Am I not doing them?
yeah.
Yeah, actually, in the month of May is Min Max's 3 minutes documentary thing. They call it Doc Lightning. So by the end of May, I'll try to make a 3 minute documentary. And my best idea right now is maybe take some shots of architecture around the city that I like, and
Yeah.
then use those. Like I'll have those shots in the documentary, but I'll use them as inspiration to make what I would consider like a cool environment to chill in inside Blender. And I had this idea that I'll have like a
Yeah.
little I'll just make like a simple robot character, but I'll make them very small relative to the environment, because the thing that I want
Mhm.
to do is I want to, like, maybe one example would be like an enormous like spaceport where you can see like large objects moving around and you get a sense of scale. And then you
Yeah.
have like a nice little spot that where there's like a little guy and he's either on a laptop or reading or on a phone.
Yeah.
And like the colors of the guy could just be like simple. Like the phone would be glowing flat, his face would be glowing or something, like just a rectangular face. And then make some point about like the interplay between, like, there's certain spaces in reality that invoke a sense of like, what if everything was this little area, like little nook or cranny that you can like sort of live in. And maybe,
Mhm.
but then the growing sense that I have that, well, we're never going to get like good urban planning in a large way. So then I sort of retreat into the digital space and take inspiration from the better parts of reality and make these digital spaces that are just, it's just going to
Mhm.
be like a static scene in Blender that I can film, and simple and very simple. But hopefully I would be able to invoke, it would be sort of like a documentary of me learning Blender and looking at architecture and trying to invoke the sense that I get when I see good like architecture or good spaces, but
Yeah.
in a like really simple way in Blender.
Yeah. That's a pretty good idea, I think, because it's like yeah, it makes me think of that. Like recently, like we were talking about that art. There's like an art. I think it's contemporary or like modern art called like City near like Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and like there's like I've never been there, but it sounds like something that would be interesting to go see. Like how it's just kind of like an art piece that is like I guess supposed to invoke like good city feelings or something like that maybe. Like I'd like to go and experience it, but it sounds like creating like going around the city that you live in and like looking at the architecture that's in your city and then letting that invoke like whatever feelings that inspires in you, like put that into like a medium in the best way that you can. Like obviously you can't create your own architecture like as easily
Yeah.
as you can. Just like create something in Blender like as like a it's almost like a like an emotional like concept piece or something like that. Like about the feelings about the city or something is like what I'm hearing. Like I don't want to try to like describe your idea for you, but that's
Mm.
like the sense of like that's kind of like the sense of what I get like of
Yeah,
something that you
the
could do.
yeah, I think there's a parallel there, cuz yeah, this thing that's called City, this artwork, like I learned a lot about it through, there's this guy Jacob Geller, which is also on MinMax, but he has his own YouTube channel. He does video essays, and
Mhm.
that's where I first heard about this city artwork. Was him in his video called Art for No One. He like about a third of the video is talking about this city artwork, and he visited it, and yeah, he sort of described his experience in visiting it,
Mhm.
and he made some really interesting points just about, like, even on the point that like city, like the way that city is so restrictive, only 6 people via a lottery can go per day. It's almost like
Mhm.
designed to not really be experienced by many people, but then people do go and experience it, and then they try to convey what they experienced, but
Yeah.
they can never like convey exactly what happened in to them, like by visiting there, like as we can't with
Yeah.
anything, like just words cannot describe something like that was a spatial visual thing. uh
Yeah, and like I want to say like I haven't done like very much research at all into what it is like,
mm,
but there seems to be like close to no information about um like the backstory of the artist. So I think part like that makes it a very interesting thing. It's sort of like
yeah,
if you're interested to hear what this person has to say, then like this is one of the only ways you can experience it. Like that, I think that's like a
right.
really cool thing. Like, and it's a physical object. Like what they have to say is a physical object, and that's like quite a very interesting idea to me.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of depth, like there's so much simple, like seeing, I've looked at the satellite image on Google Maps, I've seen some photos, and then the description from like the Jacob Geller video, and it seems like such a simple, like it's sort of, it feels like very minimalist, like it's slopes of concrete and like gravel stones, like it's just like a shaped landscape that almost one might could mistake, I hear, for like a skate park or something, the way the slopes and ridges are and the cement is built up, but like not
Mm-hmm.
exactly like that. And so then it's in its minimalism, it's almost like the ruins of a city or something. And the fact that the artist, yeah, like you say, the artist doesn't really speak in public, or didn't speak in public like very much, other than just building this thing. It's like it's the same thing as like old civilization ruins where groups of people built cities that then we now just know as like archaeological ruins, and we don't have, like, they don't have any other writings sometimes other than just the structures they built that are now
Mm-hmm.
just like in these places. uh, and it's
Yeah.
interesting that, like, it's almost like pe- people and writings and our ideas, they'll all go away, and what will remain of any city on earth is just the large cement ruins of the buildings in some way. And then all that will happen is people will like examine those ruins to try to sort of figure out everything. uh
Yeah,
and
my only
the
like
yeah,
one of my thoughts is that like it's almost like the like I don't want to sound like disrespectful towards the art piece, but like one of the ways it could be viewed is like playing a prank on future archaeology. Because
yeah.
like if there's not really much about this thing, and like if it gets buried by like land or something, or like some like we forget about it or something like that, like it gets buried by sand, like, and then we go uncover it, and then the only thing we can find about it is that it was called a city. Like it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
this was a city. Like, yeah.
But that's so funny that there's almost no difference between this like city piece of artwork and an actual city in that sense. Like, it's not like there's true meaning in the cities that we do live in, and that those aren't in some way pranks as well, that people will look at them in the future and wonder what the meaning of all this was, and there just isn't like a deeper meaning, just in the same way that like there may or may not be a deeper meaning to the actual city artwork. The one other
Yeah.
connection I want to mention, like the one other thing that I know about it from Jacob Geller relaying his experience, is that when you're in it, some of the slopes mimic or match the surrounding like mountain peaks. They line up in such a way that
Mm.
suggests like they were the city, like parts of the city and the concrete surfaces were shaped to make you sort of see a connection between the shapes that are in the art piece and the faraway mountains and the peaks of them.
Right.
And then Jacob Geller makes the point that makes you realize, like, you're in one of the largest art installations ever, but it makes you realize that how small it is in comparison to just the slopes of gravel and stone
Right.
around you that are just from nature. And there's like this interplay moment where, even though, we think as humans we've had such a massive effect on the landscape and we've built a city, we've built almost nothing in comparison to just the landscape
Yeah.
itself. And then just wondering, we consider, like, does a city have to be lived in? Does a landscape have to be lived in? Or is there some kind of just a smooth spectrum between what we consider a city and what we consider the wilderness? Like, it's all related and interconnected, and we are inspired by things we see in nature to build certain structures, and then
Yeah.
uh, but we think about this disconnect, or we think that cities have to be observed or lived in by people, uh, or else we consider them like uninhabited or something. But there's no.
Yeah. Like,
It's just interesting. Yeah, it's like a really elegant way to explore those boundaries between what we build and what we consider to be nothing. Sometimes, like, we consider a mountain not to. We almost don't even, like, we look at large buildings and we think they're large, and then we look at mountains and we don't really feel that same thing because we don't. It's like it was so effortless. The mountain's just there that we don't attach any sort of. We don't think about all the rocks that are piled up or something like that.
hmm Yeah, it's interesting, like that. Yeah, I think like our buildings and structures like naturally mimic the environments around us, but then like once a certain, because like yeah, it's like the elements that are around you are really the only things that you can use to build. Like there's places that like where we live, I think it's really common to use like timber and like wood in like structure building, but there's some places where like they don't have access to that and they're using like only stone. And like
Yeah.
I think like city makes me think about that because it's like mostly concrete, I think, or like pavement or something. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so it makes me think about that and like how like yeah, like dwellings and like habitation is like different everywhere and like city doesn't really seem to have any like enclosed structures, which is also interesting to me because it's like it like in my mind raises a question of like why it's like yes, like shelter is important, but like why did humans like at what point did we decide to become so sheltered? Because like we can see like in the past like of like humans living together, like it used to be like very like I guess like conjugal and like communal, like they used to live in like long houses and stuff like that in a lot of cultures and like but now mostly a lot of cultures are like seem to be like single family dwellings. um and I think like city makes me think about that because like it kind of like the way it's like open air is kind of
Yeah.
like I guess like a Greek or Roman like type of idea like because a lot of like Greek and Roman cities were like like stone structures but like open air like from a lot of the art that I see, so it makes me think about that too, like yeah it could
Yeah. That's
just like
cool.
just like art pieces like that that are so open ended but like just like yeah make give like a lot of thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. That's what you said there is making me think of new angles as well. And, but yeah, I was going to mention, like, kind of like Japanese gardens, or sometimes, I don't know if it's quite called a Japanese garden, or maybe it's more of like a ancient residence. Sometimes you can go to places where it's like a Japanese garden, but there are like man-made walls. And sometimes, like, for example, the wall will have like a open circular window with like no glass. It'll
Oh.
just be like a circle in the wall, like a large circle. And
Mhm.
I think it's all done, but certainly the feeling I have when I'm in places like that, whatever they're called, like Japanese gardens or uh,
Yeah, I've heard them called
temple or
Zen
something.
gardens, but I don't
Yeah,
know if
some kind of
that's like
Zen. Yeah,
the
maybe
proper
Zen
name or not.
garden allows for more man-made structure and stuff inside. But yeah, the shaping of the landscape, it always is like every direction you look, things like the color balance and the depth and the way things line up is like extremely pleasing. And it's all like, like the whole landscaping and color choice of plants and the way the rocks are shaped and cut and like balance and stuff is all, it's like done to invoke like peace and pleasant like viewpoints.
Right.
And
Whoa. Yeah.
yeah, and then you start thinking, like, it makes me think, what could you take? It's almost like this idea, what could you take away? Uh, like it's like they've strove to do as little as necessary to the natural landscape in order to increase the value the most without adding on any extra stuff, almost.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. It makes me like, so that, like, what, like you're saying there makes me think about like how, like, so like in those Zen gardens, I'm just going to call them Zen gardens because that's what I've
yeah,
been called before. But um, like, yeah, it's like the patterns and stuff that they make are like temporary because it's like sand. But it is kind of like the same, almost like the same art style as like city. Like it's supposed to be like flowing and mimics landscape and like naturally pleasing, but it's also like something that's man-made. But like in the case of city, it's like permanent because it's all like a poured structure, I think, or like mixed medium poured structure and nature or something. So like that's interesting to me that like parts, like it's almost the same as a Zen garden, but it's like more permanent and it's like called
yeah,
city. And like cities are kind of the same way because they're supposed to be like cities are supposed to be good for people. Like as much as like they're not sometimes too. Like cities are supposed to be good for people, but it's almost like because of how permanent they are, like their inability to change like a Zen garden, like their inability to be reshaped like quickly is like maybe a part of a lost art or something. I don't know.
yeah. Also, yeah, I feel maybe city kind of is a Zen garden, but it's like based on its location. It's in a desert. There's no plants. There's no water. So then it is like city is like a manipulation of the landscape in that region that is just stone and sand and gravel and stuff. And so then,
Yeah.
in a sense, yeah, like city is the minimum shaping of that landscape so that when a human is in it, they feel and like enhanced connection, like things around them have been chosen by another human in order to invoke a sense of like realization or thought or something. And then like a Zen garden is the same thing, only in the climate that Zen gardens are built in, they have the ability to have like usually it's around a pond, there's a bunch of lush like grass, and they have all these different, they can sort of grow plants easily and have shade.
Hmm.
Yeah, the other thing too is I'm interested by the difference between a space in reality and a digital space, and how, like, I think we've talked about this before, where this idea of like forest bathing and the excitement of like being on a hike in the real world, but then you play like a walking simulator where you're just walking through the woods, and it's not fun unless there's a layer of game design on top to add something more than just the sights and sounds of being in the woods. And then
Yeah.
so for me there's if you if you go to like an art gallery, usually there's these large open spaces, there's a couple of pieces of art, but the building itself is designed in a very interesting way to like move through. But if you build that same like a concrete pad or like an angled wall in a game, it looks really under designed and not interesting. And then you have to, but that same thing in reality would be like if you just put someone in a giant like space station environment in reality, they would be like amazed. But then in a game, it's sort of the like we know it's not real, so it's easy to make large things in a game. But the challenge, like we're looking for the little details that are like added to in order to get a sense of like a lot of value has gone into this.
Hmm.
Uh, and so that's like a difficulty is if you want to make like a minimal Zen garden environment in a game, I wonder is it enough to just make, a realistic replica of a Zen garden type thing, but in a game? Or do you have
Yeah.
to add, you have to add some kind of lighting or effect or smart sound design or even like some kind of puzzle or collectible in order to make
Yeah.
people feel that same excitement of walking around? And some games add a camera
Yeah.
in the game. Like I've been meaning to play this one game that where you have like a camera that you can focus and zoom and stuff in the game, and the point is to take pictures of stuff. Uh,
Mhm.
and actually, I feel like that's like a game that looks nice, like Pokemon Snap and stuff. Or not that Pokemon, like I never played Pokemon Snap, but it would be like if you were just in a car on a track looking at Pokemon, it wouldn't be as exciting as if you had a camera and you had to, think about some things and try to snap. Like you feel like
Right.
you have a goal and it's related to getting a nice angle. So you're really invested in looking
Right.
at the right thing, but it's all because of the camera.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, it's like, could you make just a nice environment with nice things to see without giving the player some ability to,
Yeah.
play it?
I
Yeah.
think I see what you mean. Like it's like could you make a game so beautiful that the player would instantly realize that that's the point of the game?
Yeah.
Instead of giving them like a reason or instructions to
Yeah.
be like the point of this game is to just be in the space.
But
Yeah.
then also, I guess
Because
you
I
can't, like, you just have to make it like really, you have to add, like, it needs to be like walking around the city in Grand Theft Auto where there's so much going on that the player is just like surrounded by things. But then the
Mhm.
question is like, how much can you take away? Like, can you make just like a concrete, could you make city in a game and just let the player like walk around in it? And could you approximate the same experience without adding something more than the city has in reality?
Right. Yeah, I think like certain art pieces that are like really well done like that, like they do have something to them where like it's like that thing where they say like time flies when you're having fun. Like they do something where like they capture your attention in a certain way where like if you're the type of person that like enjoys that art or like it really speaks to you, then like you kind of forget how much time you're like spending there, or like you're not thinking about like you're thinking about the thing more than you're thinking about like
Yeah,
what time it is, sort of thing.
that's a
And
good
I think
metric
like
actually.
yeah.
That would be a good way to measure, are you having success? Like the kind of game I'm describing, is it having success, would be the amount of time the player is just in the game and not thinking about playing the game.
Yeah, it's like when you exit an experience and somebody goes, "How long did we spend in there?" And like everybody looks at their watches and they're like, "Oh, whoa, like that was 4 hours." Like it's like that. That's how you know something was good. Is like when you spent so long in there, like doing that
Mm.
thing, and then like afterwards you realized that you enjoyed it that much. Like
Yeah, some movies are able to do that once in a while.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a extra long movie, but it just feels like a 1.5 hour movie, even though it's like 3 hours or something.
Yeah, and like I think there is a way to capture that in games too, but like it's an interesting question to be like, do you need something extra because it's in the game, like because it's in a medium of game format, like beyond just whatever, yeah, like
Yeah.
city is in reality.
One time I was at a games meetup and this person was telling me that it's about like setting the player's expectations, because they had this idea that you could set people's expectations however you want, and then if you of course deliver on the expectations that you've set, then they will get what they were wanting. But it's very like, since everyone believes when they sit down and play a video game they have something in mind, like all the past video games. And so then when you tell them like, this purpose of this video game is just to walk around, they already have expectations that you'll never meet because you've told them it's a video game and they expect a certain bar. So then it's like, you could make this kind of very simple walking game, but you'd have to really almost do like a campaign of uh like, that's why, going back to like my game jam idea of the second screen experience where there's a video and a game, I'm interested in that because you could make a game that is just like four walls and a floor and nothing, and then you make a partnered video where the video is really just dictating to you your expectations of like, this is just a, like, it could be narrating to you like how there is nothing in this game, the point is nothing, it's just to exist there. And it's almost like a guide, like the video could be sort of doing the setting your expectations of just, this is going to be like just a mindfulness meditation and experiment on the absence of a game, but also like you can play the game at the same time and sort of be assured that you're not supposed to get something more out of it. And that's almost, yeah, it's like, that's something I'm realizing now is like the game plus a video thing is a way of controlling the player's expectations in like real time.
Yeah.
But then I don't know, you could then, if you just put a single door, like the video, now I'm kind of excited because then it's like in the video you could just be really setting the expectations like that nothing's going to happen, and then as long as one thing happens that's like not covered in the video, the player would be
Yeah.
like, wait, there's a door, like what's where does that go?
Yeah, like such a big twist. Like, yeah. Yeah, it's like the more relaxing your game is, like the bigger a twist you can add. like just some little like the bigger a smaller twist is, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. If you make
Yeah,
like a relaxing game, yeah.
I guess that leads into this game that I shared just now, the game called Muck, which was made by a YouTuber. But the thing is, this, I would say that this game Muck, like the game itself, I don't like, it's well made for one person, for a free game that's multiplayer made by one guy. It's like well made, but it's obviously has, I would say, design issues where the game seems like quite unfair. And it makes me think like it's just not well balanced because it's so hard to stay alive. And there's like kind of a tutorial at the beginning that gets you started, but then the enemies kill you, and it really doesn't tell you how to deal with the enemies other than, you can build like a Valheim style structure if you collect wood, and then you can build a bow at some point. I don't know how to build a bow, but you can get like an axe. But then if you're fighting with an axe, the combat is such that you'll always kind of like take damage before you can pull away. And therefore, and I don't really know exactly, you can't, like, I'm sure you can maybe grow food at some point, but I've only ever been able to find like apples.
Yeah.
But my point is that the way that I heard about this game Muck was this YouTuber called like Danny. I think it's like Dani. This YouTuber, he's like quite a prolific like game dev YouTuber where he makes these really entertaining videos of the games that he makes. And there's a whole video of him just coming up with the idea. Like people were saying, like he has this whole sort of storyline for his videos where he starts with people commenting at him saying like, I bet you can't make a multiplayer game, you can't do it. And then this, the video is his proof that he can make a multiplayer game or whatever. But there's like all these jokes and funny things along the way. And then by the end of the video, you're kind of sold on like, oh, this is cool. Like this guy made this game and he agrees that it's just kind of silly. It's kind of hacky. But there it is. And, I sort of believe like if I keep playing, like I'm sure if I looked up like the strategies, there'd be some kind of like almost like a glitch or a bug that I could exploit to get an easier time, or at least it would tell me like how to collect what materials at what point. But it's kind of fun to just play it because it's like within like 15 minutes, it's nighttime, the enemies are there, and there seemingly like isn't a great way to deal with that. So then I keep wondering if I just play it every so often and just try to like collect exactly the right number of wood, build the workbench, the walls, maybe get like a platform I can stand on, figure out if I could build some kind of ranged weapon, or I'm not even sure if I just wait around because usually the enemies break the house and then they kill me before. I'm not even sure if the next day do the enemies leave at some point, or if they just, because that's where you get stuck is forever. They're just like running after you. So you can't really accomplish anything with them chasing you, and then if there's not enough time to build a weapon. But yeah, all that to say that it's kind of like if someone just gave me this game Muck, I probably wouldn't stick with it, but knowing there's like a story behind it and that there's like an entertaining video that's kind of funny that shows the game's development, it makes it a little bit more interesting to spend time in the world of Muck because you feel like there's like a community and a personality behind it and the choices and stuff.
Did you want to try playing a bit of it to like?
Yeah, we could start it.
Okay, I'm gonna take like a quick break, like just for a
Yeah.
couple minutes before we start. But yeah,
Okay.
I'll launch it. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, I posted a join code in Discord, and then you just got to enter that on the menu screen as
Okay,
a place.
that's long. That join code.
Yeah,
I
hopefully
guess
you
the
can
game's been
copy
around
paste.
for a while, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it relies on some kind of Steam multiplayer.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'll put it on easy. Like easy, I haven't even been able to tell if easy is easier or not. Like, cause it's kind of, but anyways, I'll put it on easy, and survive. Yeah, survival mode's like the main mode.
Mm.
Yeah, and I feel like we'll definitely die like within like 15 minutes once it becomes nighttime. But the point of this first play will just be like learning. You can see that, yeah, like it starts. I can see you there in front of me. You'll see there's a circle, a blue circle somewhere on screen. It's telling you like where to go to pick up a rock.
How
Yeah,
do
you
I
need
open
gold.
this?
You need some gold to open the chests.
Oh, that's funny.
But
You need gold
essentially,
to
the
open chest.
yeah, like see these rocks. Yeah, you can pick up the rock. That's the first thing you have to do. Once you pick up a rock, you can press tab to open inventory, and then pull the rock down into like a hot
Yeah,
zone. Yeah,
and
and
then
then
get the
you
tree. Okay.
yeah. So then when you start getting wood, once you get enough wood, you can hit tab and you'll be able to make a workbench.
Okay.
And then using the workbench, you can make like walls and stairs and everything for a house. And also you can, if you get rock and wood, you can make like an axe, and then you can chop wood faster. So I'm pretty sure I'm correct that, like, because it's in the tutorial essentially, you just want to get a rock, make the wood, make the workbench, and then after that I'm very uncertain what to do to like stay alive. Because once enemies show up, like sometimes enemies show up pretty fast because of how you get randomly placed in the world. And there are villages, like there's villages of villagers, and you can make them angry by like if you go to their village and you open like the sacred chest, then they'll attack you.
Oh,
So you
yeah.
can get attacked by There's like there's goblins. Oh, it looks like there's like mushrooms. Mushrooms and apple. You can find them on the ground. I think some mushrooms might be dangerous, but apples definitely. Apples are like a pretty reliable food. Yeah, so then you can see if you press tab, you'll see a little workbench. You can see, watch, I'll put a workbench here. See, I just put a workbench here, and then you can create bark, and then you can build walls and stuff. I think the best strategy would be go find a village, and if we found a village, we could basically build our base on top of one of their existing houses, and that would be kind of good. And maybe the villagers would fight the enemies too. So I think
I'm gonna collect rocks, and then can we like share inventory items?
maybe there's some way to at least drop them, and
Okay, because then like we
or
could.
maybe we could. Yeah, let's see. I've only ever learned about what can be built by looking at stuff. Oh yeah, you can build a chest for 20 wood, 10 rock. You can build a chest, and at least that would be a way to share, I assume.
Okay.
It's also like we're running out of wood. Like some. Actually, I've never tried chopping these harder trees with an axe.
There's a lot of different mushroom types. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Like in Valheim, I think there's only like the one red mushroom, but I like that they have like different types in this one. It like suggests that there's probably like potion making or something like that. Oh, I found like some sort of monolith or something.
Yeah, I think that's related to the main story of the game. I think there's a couple monoliths, and you have to.
It says start battle. I'm not gonna click it, but it says start battle on it.
Yeah, I think if you maybe there's a battle at each of them, and then they become activated, and you have to like find them all, and then once you've activated all, there's some other
I'd like
like
to
final
build.
thing.
Yeah, I'd like to wait until I have like a weapon or something built, I guess. Because I'm like trying to break rocks with a wooden pickaxe right now. I guess is it like dangerous at night or?
Yeah, the enemies come at night.
Okay.
Yeah, there's these little like raptor
goblins
things near our base.
Yeah, it's pretty much like Valheim. Yeah.
That's why my only strategy is just build walls, which is like so I try to build walls.
My pickaxe is actually like pretty effective against the goblins.
Oh yeah, I've never thought about different weapons like that. I have the wood axe.
Yeah, I have the wooden pickaxe, and I just killed like 3 of the goblins in a row, and I lost like 10 health.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I don't think I've had that success before.
Yeah, maybe they could have like patched how strong they were. Oh, now there's different goblin types showing up though, like little T-Rex things or something.
Yeah, T-Rex I think are weaker than goblins, but maybe their weapon is less effective.
Yeah, I'm gonna just run back to the shelter and attack. Well,
yeah, if you can build a wall, then we'll have. Oh, they throw bones. Also, we can revive. If one of us dies, you can like revive based on the gravestone. Oh yeah, if there's 2 of us, we can kind of kill them pretty fast.
Yeah.
We get gold. That was kind of cool. Seems like, yeah, if we stick together, I think that makes a difference. I feel like I've always died on my own. But now There's no like trees around here. I guess we can't collect like a wall.
Yeah, we could move like in a direction and just like collect resources along the way. Like until we have like enough to build a really big base and then stop and build a really big base.
I was hoping I could pick up this workbench. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'm just collecting like resources, I guess, right now, because like there's a bunch of little plants around. This reminds me of just being dropped into like a No Man's Sky planet or something.
Yeah, I'll collect the wood from these walls, and then we could run around, try to find the village.
Okay.
Also, I'm running low on food. I ate the mushrooms, but they didn't do anything, and only the apple gave me food back. Yeah, we also have no way to tell where each other is.
Mm-hmm. So I'm back at the work table right now. At the work table that I made.
I went up the hill.
Oh, I like can't. I thought I was gonna be able to craft like a stone pickaxe now that I have stone and wood, but that's not a thing, I guess. Like it's just only wooden pickaxe. Okay.
Yeah, I'm up on this hill.
Okay. Okay. Did you want to travel? I guess like in a direction. Like we can just travel in a direction and like kind of deforest as we go, I guess, to collect a bunch of resources and then build a huge
there's a house.
base.
There's one house over here. Like the goblins break walls pretty fast, but there's at least a house we could build on top of over here. Oh, there's coal. I've never had coal before.
Is there a run button?
Shift.
Or
yeah, shift is run.
Okay, I think maybe because I'm not full health, I can't gain stamina, maybe. Or like I don't, my hunger thing is like empty. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what hunger does. I assume we could kill these cows and there's like I think you can build a crucible thing, like a pot.
Yeah. Yeah, so the hunger meter is just, it's what lets you gain stamina.
That's kind of good then. I thought I assumed you would like die slowly if you lost it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these green chests just have stuff in them.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, there's like walls and wood and everything inside these green chests. Yeah, I just went.
Did you have to have anything to open it though?
No, it's like free to open.
What?
Yeah, and there's like food in them and stuff. Yeah, I'll try to expand this hut, this barn thing. I'll put like a chest and I'll fill it with like communal goods.
Okay. Well, I see something weird and big over there.
That, like, oh yeah, it's got a little question mark too.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we have like a doorway. I assume enemies can just go in the doorway. Yeah, here's the enemies again. I guess you can kind of dodge their attacks.
Yeah, when I hit them with the pickaxe, they kind of get stunned for a little bit too. Yeah, they're like
Oh, yeah, they're
stronger now, I think.
Yeah, see, it's so. I feel like if I was faster at the game, I could already have like built these stairs in a more sensible way. And
I don't
but
even
even
think
then,
I
if
can
we,
jump. Can't jump because I don't have any stamina. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die in the hut.
yeah, they'll probably like smash the hut too. And
Oh, can you revive me? Well, like, no, don't
yeah,
try, I
once
guess.
I'll wait for
'Cause
the day and then I'll try.
yeah, there's like something counting down on me. I don't know if that's. Well, there's a cart over there
Maybe
with more
that's until
green.
you can be revived.
Did you get whatever was in the cart? Like the.
The chests. Yeah, I
Yeah,
opened those chests too.
yeah.
Yeah,
I just don't
I
know.
got meat soup, apple pie, bread, fir wood, 19 coin, a boat map. I got a bow. I don't know how to make arrows, but that all that stuff was from the chests, so that's kind of cool. I feel like finding chests is a pretty good boost. See, now I don't know, like I don't really know how to get any health. Oh wait, I'll just eat the bread and stuff. Oh yeah, bread's giving me health. Yeah, I need enough health to go down there and kill them so I get revived. That's kind of good though. If like the problem is we run so quickly out of food. Like I just ate like all my food that I had. Can you spectate while you're
Yeah,
dead?
I'm watching.
I wish there was some way I could get like up on a ledge where I could hit them, but they couldn't hit me. Do you come back with full stuff?
I get my inventory back. It looks like.
Let's build a chest so I can. I don't know how else to. Oh yeah, I can just like drop stuff.
Oh yeah. Actually, I guess I don't get my
Where's
full
this one?
inventory. Like the pickaxe
I think
isn't
I
there.
picked it up. I picked up the pickaxe, but I can drop stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I have your axe. I think. Do you need this axe?
No, that was yours. Axe, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, cauldron and furnace.
I think I might have enough to
Dough.
make those.
Oh, I wonder if I can just use the green chests.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah. I'll just store like our gold in there.
Oh, I guess the rock that I had is gone. Time to get more.
Oh, I think I got all your rock. I'm gonna put the rock in the chest.
Oh, okay, you can make a furnace and stuff with it if you want.
Yeah, I'll make those things because I don't know. I've never made those before. Yeah, furnace and cauldron. Yeah, the furnace needs coal to fuel it. And the furnace can melt metal, I guess. Oh, I opened the chest. I got some kind of power upgrade. Some kind
Watch
of...
out for goblins now because it's night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the waves of goblins might get worse or something.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, if you kind of like if you walk around them in a circle while you hit them, then they miss.
Oh,
Oh, there's a huge rock golem coming towards you, actually. Oh, he's weak to pickaxe by a lot.
oh, that's cool. I never thought there would be like weaknesses to different weapons. Like it seems too sophisticated for the game, but that may be like the only way to beat the game. But I guess they stay here forever until we beat them. So you can't really hide from these enemies.
Yeah, we might be able to start building traps and stuff, like once we unlock different materials, maybe.
Yeah. I only have
I've died again.
11 health. I assume I would...
Yeah.
I can go down there. Yeah, that countdown. I think I can't revive you before that countdown.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we can wait. You can wait until it's day as well, so that these guys. I don't know if they disappear or if you have to beat them. I think that rock golem's almost dead though. Anyway.
Yeah, I would try to run to your body and revive you, and then I'll just keep running.
Okay.
Oh, red mushrooms give you health, and
Oh, that's good to know.
oh, it says I can't do it yet.
Oh, they're attacking the furnace.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, these 8 red mushrooms. Yeah, I'm getting like back to full health.
Yeah. Oh my god. He like throws stones. Whoa.
It doesn't hurt that enemy.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying that it doesn't hurt the other guy. It just makes the furnace pop off the ground when they eat it, I guess.
I died.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's like a combat style where we could almost take no damage. But the fact that they throw bones too. Like I always just back up, but then they throw the bone at me. That's so funny that we're barely... I can't believe like how long we've made it so far.
Yeah, this guy. What the heck?
That's probably like the game lag. Or like there's bugs in the game where like sometimes the combat is like weirdly unfair. Yeah, I have no idea what to even try to accomplish.
Yeah, I mean, we're surviving so far. Like, we're not both dead at the same time so far. So seems to be good. I'm gonna try to find more like health, I guess, like mushrooms and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like without building a shelter like all day, we can't survive the night. But if we don't keep looking for new stuff, we won't like the waves will just get harder, it seems.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's hard to fit all the tasks into one day. That's what I feel is you have to almost like play it many times to figure out exactly what the order of things to do is, and then just get
Yeah, like if we
lucky.
restarted now, well, we could go towards whatever this question mark thing is too, and just see what that is.
Yeah.
Because it could give us weapons or something like that.
I wonder if one of us, if we get like massively separated, one of us like finds a good area. How would we ever? I wonder how big the map is. Like how hard it would be to find each other again.
I'm gonna go towards the question mark thing because I feel like
Yeah.
I'm gonna die anyway.
Yeah, I'm basically just running into a new area, trying to find some stuff.
The multicolored mushrooms that are called like sus shrooms or something. That's like the sub description of them. They give you like health and stamina.
That's good.
I
Yeah, I
tried.
think it's almost like the mushrooms are color coded. I think they
Yeah.
correspond to the bar.
Yeah, they have different names as well. Yeah, I find fighting the goblins strafing left and right is like the best way to avoid their attacks, but it's still pretty difficult.
I wonder if these villagers that I just found sort of a village with some people. I wonder if they'll actually help me fight the enemies.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this pirate ship is like it's like missing things on it. And it's like we can rebuild the ship.
Yeah, I think that's probably the main objective then.
Yeah, like I need like dark oak wood, it says as well. So it's like different types of wood that we need to rebuild stuff on this.
I died again. I don't know if I think it might tell you where I am, but I don't know.
Yeah, it does. I'll come over to you.
Yeah, there's like 2 golems and goblins. But the village that I was in is good. There's chests there and buildings and like a pre-made furnace and everything. I wish there was some stronger wall, like that we could build a wall around a village and it would just be like more permanently in place. I wonder what pink rock is.
Rock.
Like you just passed by some like pink rocks. I wonder what kind of ore it is.
Yeah, I'll check on the way back. Boy, there's like a T-posing statue here. Revive the homies so I can respawn.
Oh, it brought me back.
Yeah, it's like a revive shrine, and it stays there. It just says revive the homies on it. That's funny.
But I got I got revived where I was. I'm still surrounded by a bunch of monsters.
No, do you already come in and help you? Where are you?
But I
Well,
wonder if you just
yeah,
stood, like if you stand at
it
that
got rid of it.
statue, I could
Oh
like,
yeah, I can just
yeah, one of
grabbing
us
you. It
can
costs
fight them
money.
and one of us can be like in safety.
Is there a lot of them?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy now at the moment.
Okay, so I should
Oh,
stay
yeah, don't
away.
kill me again. But there's so much stuff in that village. Well, I'm back already. It didn't even have to wait for the time down.
Yeah, I guess the statue just does that. It's cool.
Oh yeah, I'm finding so much stuff in these guys' village.
Yeah. Are you still fighting them?
Yeah, I guess I'll just
Okay.
keep fighting them, I guess, because they follow
Yeah,
me
keep
so
fighting.
much.
I'm gonna heat up some food while I'm waiting for you to die. While I'm waiting for you to die, get rid of the statue. I'll be back. Well, the game ended. It looks like.
Yeah, I think because we both died at the same time.
Oh, I guess like became nighttime. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. My food's in the microwave right now.
Should we do another
But
round?
yeah, if you send me another join code,
Yeah.
actually wait. Just wait to start the game because I'll wait for my food
Yeah.
to come out of the microwave in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you could join whenever, and I'll just wait to start until you tell me.
Okay.
Yeah, I still haven't found the right balance though of like it just doesn't seem like there's a way to get a stable, safe location. The game is very like there's not a lot of
Yeah,
breaks
like
in
the
this game.
enemies.
Yeah, it's like you
The
constantly
enemies
have to be
seem to
doing the
break,
next
yeah.
task. Yeah.
I'd like to try to find that pirate ship again or something though. Like I want to try to find something like that because I feel like they're like
That must be the end.
goblins.
The parts.
Yeah, like they can't spawn in the water, right? So
So you want to build like a base
maybe-
on the pirate ship?
yeah, like it looks like that's a part of the pirate ship is like a base or something like that. But it's like crashed.
It's so far. I
into the
find though
island.
in the big villages, you can find so many stuff, and they already built like a furnace, and that seems like at least we'd have to. I mean, we could build a base on the pirate ship, but then during the day we'd have to run to the village to get the stuff and then run back. And I feel like it would be, at some point, it would
Were
be
the
night.
people were the people in the village fighting the goblins as well?
I don't think they did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, if they did, then we could build near a village. Because if the goblins attack the villages at night, then putting our house like near the village would deter somewhat, because then they wouldn't
Yeah.
only be spawning near us and only attacking our house or something. But if it sounds like this game is pretty much just like us versus the world, like
It's probably meant for like four players or something, and there's no like difficulty scaling, so it
yeah,
like you could kill the monsters as a group.
yeah. It's just like annoying that they can destroy the base shelter right away. Like it
Yeah, the
seems
walls are
like
not very
we would
strong.
have to rebuild the shelter every night, basically.
Yeah,
And
and you
like it
still
would
have
take
to
a full
fight
day
them.
to regather the
Yeah,
resources. Like, yeah.
and you got to fight them like every day too. Like they don't go away in the morning, so you basically have to fight like an increasingly hard battle every night or every morning or something.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna grab my food and then I'll be ready to play in like 20 seconds or
Yeah.
something. So you can start the game now, actually, if you want. Okay.
Yeah, I'll start.
Are you playing on controller or keyboard?
Keyboard.
Yeah, okay, me too.
Yeah, I prefer games that are keyboard now because I find it's kind of a hassle to get a controller hooked up whenever I want to play a game, and it's kind of cool to be able to like tab out of a game and be able to do anything on anything else on the computer.
Yeah, there's a statue right there or something.
We
I
could
wonder what
build
that
a
one does.
base around the statue, but I don't know if that would matter or not.
Oh, yeah, there's a revival one here in the distance too.
Like if
This
we
one
both had
says
our own base around a statue, then
Yeah, that one says challenge. That one says challenge guardian, but this one is a revive one over here. And like building the base, I don't know if building the base near the revive statue is a good idea or not, because then the enemies would go to the revive statue or be like around the revive statue.
if we
But
both
having it
found
near
one
the
though, like we would both just be fighting, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
whenever
That's a
is
good
it like
idea.
fast? Like if it was fast enough to revive, that means
All you
we
need
could-
is enough gold. Yeah. It costs like 20 right now.
oh, that's kind of not sustainable then, I guess.
Well, I had like around 200 gold when I died.
Oh.
I don't know if that's because you had died and I picked up your gold. I don't know if I picked it up or not. But I had around 200 gold at the end there, so I could have revived you like 10 times, and that probably would have been enough to do whatever you were doing in that village, I think.
But I guess it would only, like, it's not like a sustainable every night. We would eventually run out of
Yeah.
gold. Yeah, it's more. Yeah, it seems like a last resort sort of thing. And there must be another. I guess ideally, if we found a way to stay alive, that would be good.
Did you build anything yet?
Just the workbench, but I didn't place it down. My strategy now,
Okay.
I'm just gonna run, and I'm looking for some green chests. I'll try to get like some valuables, and then maybe I'll jump on. Yeah, I have no actual idea about how I can survive a battle though. At least for the first few nights, maybe, and then. But it's just like even if I build a really strong base, the enemies will just wait outside of it, and I'll have to fight them anyway. So I actually don't understand.
I just picked up a boat map. Oh,
Yeah, I got a boat map too. Maybe maybe it's the same kind of map. wish I knew how to make arrows. Because I feel like we could win battles easier.
Mm-hmm. I think it's one of the items in the workbench, isn't it?
Maybe it is. I've seen the bow, but I don't think I've seen arrows.
I think I saw arrows at some point, but maybe I picked up like a...
Yeah, I picked up something that let you make it.
Yeah. I don't know what it would have been though.
Well, somehow I found iron ore and I found coal and I found a furnace and I was able to make iron bar.
Oh, that's good.
And it unlocked an anvil. Anvil, steel axe, steel pickaxe.
Okay. Iron bar was one of the things that the pirate boat needed. I'm just gonna call it a pirate ship because what was it? Yeah, it says boat map, but so it's just a boat, not a pirate boat. It's more exciting if it's a pirate ship.
Oh, I can make a sword and armor. Yeah, I feel like if we can make armor before too many nights have gone by. But it's quite a fast game it seems, because I need to fight these goblins.
I seem to be standing on a certain part of the map where like the goblins just aren't finding me. Or like they're not spawning
Yeah, maybe
near
if
me.
you're not near like a structure. Maybe they come in greater force the more town you have around you.
Yeah, I'm kind of like on a little peninsula. Okay, now they're spawning near me when I moved. I seem to be in like a spot where they just weren't trying to get to me for a minute though. Maybe I should build a shelter where I was standing. Well, I just got something that gives me double jump. I found a chest that just said open chest, like for no amount of money, and
a green chest?
No, it was gray. Like it looked the same as the $25 one, or I guess it's kind of brown. But it looks very similar to the gray ones that are 25 gold. Except the silver like metal on it is like a brown, like dark iron looking, I guess.
I don't know where I got the iron from, but I can use my axe to cut birch wood, and the next tier of weapons need birch wood. And then if I had more iron and coal, I could start making the armor. I bet if I had armor and a sword, I could defeat like these enemies.
Mm. I'm finding coal here so I can bring coal.
Oh, I think I did find the iron here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm surrounded by a lot of iron and coal, but it just takes a while to mine.
Mm. Yeah, coal, I noticed, takes like a while.
How do you know where I am, though?
What do you mean?
Like, are you just running anywhere trying to find me?
I see where the boat is. Do you know where the boat is?
Oh yeah, I guess we could use. Oh right. Oh, I guess you used the boat map.
No, I can just see it. It's near where I am right now. So I assumed that you might have been using the boat map.
Yeah, if we both knew where the boat was, we could use that to figure out where
Yeah.
we individually are.
I just got another double jump, so I have like a triple jump now.
Oh, I could make a helmet.
Okay, so there's definitely like a bunch of these chests are ones that you can open for free, and they give you like plus space stats and stuff.
Are they all green chests?
No, um they're like brown. They're the brownest looking chests.
Yeah, I found good luck with green chests. They seem to have some good stuff in them.
Yeah. Yeah, the green ones have like items, but the brown ones seem to have like stat increases. It's kind of like Risk of Rain. Like if you played Risk of Rain 2, it's like items that like improve like how fast the character goes and stuff.
I'm trying to make a sword before the enemies attack. I ran out of stamina now though. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, the yellow mushrooms increase stamina, or like the food meter, which will increase stamina as well. Whoa, there's like this crazy dog that's attacking me. It's like a wolf, I guess. But I have like shields and stuff from those brown chests, so I actually did pretty okay.
Oh yeah, my armor. I have a helmet and shoes, and I have a sword. And the enemies do way less damage to me, and my sword attacks pretty fast. And yeah, since I have the coal and stuff around me, I can try to make more of this armor.
Did you like craft the armor from the iron bars?
Yeah. Yeah, the armor is just pure iron bars, and the sword is birchwood and iron bar.
Mm-hmm. So we pretty much need everything, like, for this ship. I guess it wants us to kind of, like, stock this ship. Yeah, we need iron bars. Different types of wood.
Oh yeah, I just found like an increase shield capacity thing too. Yeah, I feel like we're doing really well this round. Like now we have like a foothold sort of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like each time we're probably going to discover new things that make it's kind of like a roguelite in that way, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe the enemies are like they just whoever's like around the most built stuff, the enemies attack there, and there's like one nightly battle.
Yeah.
Wonder if mushrooms and stuff regrow, or if eventually we use them all on the whole island, and then we would like have no way to make stamina. just got a jetpack. What does that even mean? I guess I can jump higher or something.
Maybe try holding down the jump button too.
Yeah, I can't tell. I think I'm jumping higher.
Mm.
And yeah, holding down doesn't seem to be doing much.
Mm. So I found like fir trees, but we need a better axe to cut those too, I guess, as well.
Yeah, I think I'm on the verge of making a better axe. But I keep wondering, you know, it's like I gotta decide what to spend the stuff on it, whether it's armor or a better axe. But sometimes the better axe would make it faster to get the armor and stuff. Yeah, I can make steel axe and steel axe or steel pickaxe. Instead, I made steel chestplate. Okay, yeah, I have a steel axe now.
This is a pretty fun game though so far. The opening of the chests has been like what's keeping me like involved when like when there's nothing to do. It's like there's so many chests around that it's like just fun to open them. Yeah, it's kind of like Valheim and Risk of Rain too. Like put together.
Yeah, now that I sort of have the basics down, it is pretty fun to survive many nights. Like to survive long enough that you feel like you've got a good play through. It's now like the runs are actually pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
And the combat too seems pretty much fair.
Yeah, the world's really large as well.
I got the golem coming after me again.
Let me know if you die and I can try to res you.
I'm getting a lot of gold though. I didn't realize that when enemies drop 1 coin, that coin can be worth like 10 coins. I always thought
I
I was
didn't know
getting,
that either.
yeah, I thought I was getting 1 coin per enemy, and I would wonder how do I have so much gold?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just killed like a lot of enemies. I feel like I'm very powerful now with my armor and sword, steel pickaxe.
Yeah, I have like so many power-ups that I feel pretty powered up. I found a village as well, so I'm probably gonna take their stuff.
If you try
Is
to
it
take
like
their special chests, all the villagers attack you.
like the green ones?
Like all the human ones, yeah, they start crowding
I
and
mean,
attacking you.
yeah, I mean like the green chests though, or is it like a certain color chest? Because there's green chests near them too.
Yeah, I think the green chests don't count. I think, yeah,
Okay.
any of the ones that you open normally, but I think there's like special labeled chests, like the king's chest or something.
It's not really clear to me where the apples come from as well. They're just kind of on the ground in some cases.
They may fall out of trees, but yeah, they're just pretty much random. Oh yeah, I'm getting like health regeneration and everything from the chests. I feel like, yeah, we could get very powerful.
I have wolf skin.
Yeah, I got attacked by wolves too. I never seen what it can be used for though.
Yeah, I haven't yet either.
I guess though, even though I have powerful armor, I bet the waves keep getting harder. So eventually if I don't make like the next tier, I'll be like outpowered.
Mm.
So that's kind of too bad. That I like games where I can get like a really strong foothold and just keep, like, I can take my time with a certain waves of enemies and avoid the harder ones until I'm ready. But I don't like it when I have to keep up the pace of advancement, or else I get like overwhelmed by some wave that I can't avoid.
I have like gold bars now too.
Do you have to melt them?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the anvil, you can make a coin from a gold ore. But now I wonder if it's 1 coin or if it would actually be multiple coins.
Yeah, this town had like a furnace in it, so I was able to make like iron bars and stuff there. I wonder if maybe it's useful in crafting the gold bars or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I can't think of what they would be used for.
Yeah, I'm gonna see when I can get, I have gold ore, I'm gonna see how fast you can like make gold with it.
Okay.
But if it's like one gold ore is 1 coin and 1 coal, and it's slow, that seems like it would not be very advantageous. I like that so far the pickaxe and stuff doesn't break, because that would be super hard if it did.
Mm-hmm.
Now I actually like it when the enemies show up because I get money from them.
Yeah. Does making iron let you make a better pickaxe too? Have you unlocked
Yeah,
a better pickaxe too?
I have like the steel pickaxe, but you need birch. You can cut birch trees with the base axe, but you need birch wood, iron, and I think something else.
Okay.
Oh, I got killed by a golem. It's probably easiest if you encounter like a revive homies thing.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have a lot of gold right now,
Oh,
so I might not be
I
able
guess
to.
if you find
but
my body, there's a lot of enemies around my
Yeah.
body, but there's gold there.
I'm pretty far. I think I'm probably pretty far from
Yeah.
wherever you are. So
Yeah, if you're
I'm
not
gonna
in
wait.
Dojo
I'll wait
doesn't
for
matter.
night. Like I'll wait for enemies.
to get gold, yeah.
Unless, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if like the attack wave, like will you get attacked by a wave that's equal to whatever day we're on, like day 6? And
Mhm.
you know, because that's interesting that it would make sense if whatever player has like the more stuff around them and the more equipment gets attacked by the horde, and then the other player gets largely left alone. But at this point, I wonder if it would send enemies proportional to. Yeah, it seems like you would get like overwhelmed by like a really hard wave, because if you haven't encountered waves before, then you wouldn't get like a lot of gold.
Mhm.
It looked like your guy was double jumping there.
Yeah, that's from the frog unlocks though. I'm not sure what the how to use the jetpack.
I think my guy is. I have 2 jetpacks now. I think my guy kind of can jump higher.
Yeah.
I would like to learn how to make like grass. Grass essentially is the thing that I don't know how to make from this game, and also all the player animations and any of the like networking kind of.
Mhm.
But they made a good choice about the player model and how the player animates. It's like a pretty simple, effective choice.
Yeah. I thought I had seen one of those statues. Yeah, I think that looks like one of them. Is that an enemy?
Do you have enough gold?
No, but I'm finding
Oh.
some enemies though,
Yeah.
so.
The fighting is kind of pleasing. It just
Yeah.
seems so simple and like knowable. Like it's all very. I like dodging by moving around, and this game seems to. That's like the only strategy.
Yeah. Oh, I need 31.
It's like the prices fluctuate or something.
Yeah, I think they must. I'll see if there's another statue here. It might be different. Well, now I can't stop jumping. That's weird.
Did that cost money
It's
though? The
so-
chest.
No, it didn't. It still costs 31 at the other statue though. Yeah, like that was the color chest that's free.
Yeah.
Okay, it's becoming night now though, so I'll have something to attack soon.
Wonder if the price is going up every few days.
It could be, yeah. Should I wait until the morning to revive you?
It doesn't
If
matter
it looks
too
like
much.
if it looks like I'll die, then I'll revive you, I guess. But
Oh, there's a golem near you.
yeah, I'm gonna revive you because I don't want to. That's probably gonna kill me pretty quick, I guess.
I was hoping to find like my armor and stuff, but only some of my equipment I get to keep.
Oh, I died. If you have a res statue near you.
Yeah, that's weird. A lot of my stuff is gone. I guess some
That's
of
the
it doesn't
building.
come back.
That's the building that I was just near, actually. That furnace has a bunch of like iron bars in it.
That one? This is the building
The one that you ran.
I've been standing. I think we have a similar looking building because I've been near this building the whole game. And yeah, it has
We've
that kind of
just
stuff.
been running around near each other.
I could just go visit your camp and then save the money to revive you.
Because I think that looked pretty similar to where I was.
Yeah, I guess all houses.
I thought I'd
with,
run pretty far away though.
Are those evil villagers? Oh yeah, see Chief's chest. They attack you if you open that. That's too bad. I almost had like a full set of armor. I can't believe I don't get to keep the armor. Like that would have been. That's so.
Did you keep all of your all your power up things? So I can see 2 free chests right now that you're near. If you go to your right a little bit.
Oh, the crumbly ones.
And then if you turn directly right from there's another one, yeah.
I haven't seen these color before. That's interesting.
Yeah, they seem to be like there'll be 2 or 3 near each other when I find one, but they are like kind of sporadically placed. I do see another one to your right, though, a little bit off in the distance near that T-pose statue.
Oh, there's some golems there.
Oh yeah. If you kill them, though, you might get the money to res me.
Well, I have a lot of money, but I was thinking I could just go save the money.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, they're just coming at you during the day. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess those guys are just hanging around from like before or something. I wish I could sell duplicate tools.
Yeah.
I'll try to not pick up your equipment.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I started running out of coal in my area.
Mm.
Whoa, there's some kind of crazy, insane
What?
guy. He has like a magic. Oh, the chief. There's a guy called the chief, and he has like an actual health bar, and he has like superpowers.
Let's see. Are you fighting him right now?
Yeah, he's kind of where I revived you.
Okay.
Whoa. I don't know why he is here.
How do you equip the...
The armor?
Oh, I found it. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be possible. The chief has kind of slow attacks. He throws like a spear, and you can get like a hit in without taking any damage, but he has 1600 health. Oh, he's here.
No, yeah, I see him. I see him.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess he has maybe 2 or 3 attacks, and they're kind of easily dodgeable. I feel like he's just
I
going to
see.
follow you forever. I feel like you should just
Try to attack him or something. Did
yeah,
he kill
try
you?
to learn how to dodge his attacks, and then because I think he would follow you forever, and you'll just run out of stamina pretty much, unless you have like a better weapon you could get. Yeah, I guess he. I wonder if I guess we didn't do anything to trigger him. Maybe he just shows up on night 6, and then you just have to defeat
maybe.
him. Because it seems quite possible to defeat him if we got used to his attacks. But it's kind of an insanely long battle.
Yeah,
Like you
that's
gotta hit him
definitely a
probably like
boss
30
fight.
times and then without taking any damage.
Yeah, that's fun though.
Yeah. Well, I guess we could end here, but in the
Okay.
future we could play this again.
Yeah, I'd like to play that next time too. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good today. Okay, I guess I'll see you next time.
Yeah, I'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.